Okay, Sagittarius, here we go. We are looking into your current energies. We are also approaching we have Mercury in retrograde April 1st. We have, of course, the lunar eclipse in Libra with South Node in Libra. So signifying closure perhaps in karmic relationships. It could be even restoring balance in some kind of way, maybe the end of a karmic cycle, maybe even truth of some kind, maybe rising to the surface as a culmination of sorts. So pay attention to what has been happening over the last 6 months for you. Of course, it's going to affect everyone differently, but it's an interesting time right now, actually, I'm finding. So let's go into your energy here for Sagittarius to see what your main message is. You have the Two of Fire and your challenge. Also, I am recording this on spring equinox day of, so wishing you a beautiful, wherever you are, if you're in the southern hemisphere, fall equinox, but the change of seasons as we are transitioning here into a different season, a new astrological calendar in effect moving forward. So everything is starting to shift here. Okay, so you have the Queen of Air at the bottom of the deck. I am going to also pull an animal oracle at the very end, just as an FYI, but we have the Queen of the Air at the bottom, the Two of Fire. Nice energy. You know, I do feel you might be coming into your own voice. I want to say with the Queen of Fire, the Queen of Air here. And I feel that the Two of Fire and the Queen of Air together, really nice energy for those who are wanting to explore your voice in how you are presenting yourself, communication, even discernment. I feel that you could be even more discerning and more aware of maybe relationships or how you want to express yourself. It's something to do, I feel, a lot to do with communication here on this one, I have to say. But you have the owl here on this card, and there does have a very nice correlation with wisdom with the owl. There's a very nice energy here, I feel, of wisdom, but it's coming from the mind, and it's almost like channeling. Wisdom is channeling through you in a way of communicating outwardly. So the wisdom within is and can be communicated from your higher wisdom into ways of communication in whatever form it's going to be, right? So you have the Two of Fire here coming in for progress. Now you're embarking in a new journey. You're embarking towards a new path. You're feeling different, maybe clear as well with this Queen of Air. You could be also pursuing a new project, or even if it's relationship, maybe there is someone here where you are embarking on a new path. Maybe you are the Queen of Air or pursuing the Queen of Air. I'll leave that open for you to determine, but the Two of Fire is your path forward. It's a new path forward. So looking at the possibilities, feeling more aligned with your authenticity, your fire, your passion, your will, creativity. Now the Wheel of Fortune is the challenge. This, I was going to start with the Wheel of Fortune at the very beginning, but I feel it needs its own time, because this could be related to the full moon, the full moon in Libra coming in. There is a little bit of karma attached to it. Now, karma can be seen in different ways. I'll leave it up for you to discern. But there could even be something that you have to learn before progress happens, or something needs to conclude or cycle, reach a closure in its cycle before you move forward. But I feel that on some kind of level, you're preparing for it. I feel that your soul or your core self, your energetics, your however you want to say it, is starting to align with a new path forward, or a new version of yourself, or a new way of expressing. But there's still something kind of you're at the end of wrapping up an old story in whatever form that is. And it could have been karmic for some of you. It doesn't have to be. It also can be learning. You know, this maybe you've been in a learning process where it's taken years of a type of learning, even if it's self-development or self-understanding, or a modality or education or whatever that is. It's sort of coming to an end where you've learnt from this experience, and now you're ready to move forward into the path of the Two of Fire, following your passion and your authenticity. The Hangman is your outcome, so you're going to see something from a different perspective. You're going to gain enlightenment through this closure of an old path, an old being, maybe an old sense of self. So let's go into the Two of Fire for Sagittarius here. Six of Swords. Yeah, moving on. Devil. Three of Pentacles with the Ace of Air. All right, the first, this is really clear for me. This one a little bit random, but this is very tied in with what I was saying. So the Six of Swords, you're moving on. You're letting go of maybe toxic habits or beliefs or fears or limitations. The Devil represents choice, but I do feel in this context, it's something that you're moving away from. And it could even be, the Six of Swords could be a belief. You know, a belief, a limiting, a false belief that had been holding you back in the past, but you're going to have the realization, the Hangman and the Ace of Swords coming in here, where you're going to see something in a different context. You're going to have a new perspective on it. And this is the let's say awakening. It could be, honestly, it could be that moment where you're like, whoa, how did I not see that before? Or how am I seeing this reality in such a different way? I feel is kind of the Hangman and the Ace of Swords. It's going to be like that. And it can even lead to a new career idea, a new business idea, maybe even an idea to maybe study something different. I don't know, whatever it is going to be for you there, Sagittarius. But this is the moving on from, it's moving, you can see the Six of Swords moving towards the Two of Fire here, right? So it's moving up, it's moving, the Six of Swords is letting go of the mental aspects, thoughts, attachments, old ways, old belief systems, and moving towards a new path, right, of greater alignment. And then the Devil, you're moving away from it. See how it came out? So the Devil is underneath it. So you're moving away from what this was. For some of you, it's going to be a toxic relationship. It could be fear. It could be something that had been holding you back in the past that you couldn't see before, and now you see it, right, for the truth that it is. The Three of Pentacles. Now, this could be collaboration. This could be, maybe you even have support to help you through this. Maybe you're moving towards a greater relationships or work relationships, collaboration, etc. And so the Ace of Air is your sight. I feel it could be an idea. It could be a new project too, a new work project that comes in. Okay, so let's go into the Fortune's Wheel for Sagittarius. Now, this is your challenge. Three of Swords. It's hard to let go of something. Okay, and your guidance. All right. Now, this may not be surprising for some of you. I feel this is a very clear message here. The Fortune's Wheel has something to do, I'm going to go back to what I said at the beginning, actually, because I do feel it's sticking to the same story of what I was feeling. I feel for some of you, it's difficult to let go. And it may even be difficult to let go from an unconscious place. You know, sometimes our ego holds on to stories, or our unconscious holds on to what is familiar. Even if it's a relationship, maybe it might be difficult to forgive someone or let go of a relationship. But this is old pain. You can see these two cards together, the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords. And now the Wheel of Fortune is you're going to feel stuck in this for temporary. It's a temporary thing because there's something that needs to process and integrate. There's something that needs to change. There's something that needs to be maybe let go of. So you might be in this process of purging, of releasing, of integration. And it may be difficult, but I feel what's happening here is a death and rebirth. So you have the King of Fire, which is your guidance. And I do feel that this is your card, the King of Fire. I do feel that you're in this process. It may feel difficult. It may feel uncertain. There may be a process of, like I said, transformation, integration that needs its time to cycle through. But the guidance here is the King of Fire. It's saying, how can you rise higher or rise above the situation, or even connect with your power? Maybe your power is wanting to break through here, and it has to break through these layers that have been blocking it in some kind of way. And the Three of Fire is really signifying is go. It's time to go. It's time to make this. It's not about time as in, try to bypass this. No, it's, make it happen and do what you need to do in order to create the change and to connect with your fire and to connect with your passion and to make it happen. And this is coming from your fire. You have a lot of fire coming in here. So it's nature. It's a, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a kind of a mix between your own self, the element of fire within yourself, and the the phase that we're moving into in the northern hemisphere anyway, with regards to Aries, with regards to the spring equinox, right? So we do have that very strong fiery element within ourselves right now, within yourself particularly. So Hangman is your outcome. 5 of water. Ooh, Tower. Okay, this is good. There you go. I thought at first the 5 of Cups, I was thinking, oh, well, I don't know, maybe there's something that will pull you back into a regret, or maybe I shouldn't, or holding on to a memory or something of the past. And it can be in the shadow, it can be in the unconscious, but no, I feel what you're moving away from could have actually held you back in some kind of way. And again, this is not about disappointment. I feel that you're moving away from something that may have been disappointing or pulling your attention from your present moment or from the future. But the Tower is here to give you this, to give you the Ace of Pentacles, right? So you're right at the precipice of something big here, Sagittarius, where yes, a situation has been that has affected you, maybe in the unconscious or within your heart or your emotional self, but the Tower is coming in to change that. The Tower could come from you. It could come from an outside circumstance, but it's allowing for you to now create something new. You're going to have your realization, your enlightenment, your perception on something different. You might even be letting go. You know, Hangman has an element of surrender. So you can do this. You can connect with the as above, so below, starting to put your vision into motion, your intentions into motion, starting to shift gears, if you will. And you have the Ace of Pentacles as your result. Let's take a look. Empress, look at that at the bottom of the deck. So manifesting from love, manifesting from love, nurturing. That's the Libra Taurus energy there. And the Ace of Pentacles is building something new in the practical, something tangible, something solid, something with a foundation. Now, it could be a relationship, it could be career, it could be something that you can sort of start to formulate in the 3D, in the practical world. Okay, so let's go into the animal oracle for Sagittarius. Rhino Spirit, number 50. And 5 is all about change. You know what? I didn't have to actually. I don't say that's a 55. I looked at the bottom of the deck when I was putting it away, but I feel that these two together are really important. You have 50 and 55. You have 3 5s on the table. So 5 is all about change, right? So change is coming and you're probably in it right now. So this is saying overcome any obstacle. Rhino Spirit, so it is saying that you can overcome any obstacle as long as we put our mind to it. Putting your mind to it, you can overcome any obstacle. And time to heal, the snake shedding its skin. So it's sort of what I was mentioning earlier in this time of letting go of the old, whatever that is for you. So 55, double 5 gives you 5 and 5, 10, of course, which gives you a 1. So it's a new beginning. When you shed your skin, you become reborn, you become new. So give yourself some time to heal, give yourself some time. Do not rush this process because it is happening right now. All right, there's Sagittarius. Ooh, that was a good reading. Okay, I'm wishing you all the best and I'll see you soon.